but at the same time, I can identify to being accused of something that made zero sense.
Right.
And I'll go ahead and give that story. Okay. So I'm in college, right? I'm DJing. I'm doing my thing. Been DJing for 28 years at this point in time. All that being said,
You telling us
DJ Reality, what up, though? So I'm a resident. I'm a RA, a resident assistant, whatever, at Michigan State University, Spartan. This high schooler, and mind you, and this is back in the day, this is big back TV type of shit. I'm in my the other, like we call it sister RAs or the woman RA. So I'm in the sister RA room because I didn't have a TV. So I'm in her room watching television. There's a student that came in that said, she knocked on her door, and I'm in her room.
Right.
She's not there. It's not nothing going on between us, but she's not there. She knocks on the door. She's like, "Hey, is Anissa here?" And I was like, "No, she's at class." Da, da, da. So I would go in the room, watch TV while class is going. Knocked on the door, says Nisa here, left. Next day, I'm getting like, and I'm like, damn, why is everybody kind of like? I mean, you could read the room. And this is where honestly, before then, I wasn't good at reading rooms.
Right.
So that trauma helped me, but it hurt me in the grand scheme of things, and it hurt me to be like, I'm very cautious of how I am around women or men in general. Like, I'm just very aware that I'm like, I try to make sure the space is comfortable, all that stuff. So next day, I get it's almost like I'm getting a cold shoulder from people, but everybody's like, "Hey, Sean, everything cool? Like, what's going on?" And I was like, damn, like, what's going on? I get called into the office by my manager.
Ooh.
And she's over the whole program. The program's called Detroit Area Pre-College Engineering Program, DAPSEP. I get called into her office, and she comes to me, and I'm in her office. I come to her, and she's the head of the program, and she's like, "Hey, did you do anything with this student?" And mind you, I have a kind of a jovial personality, so I'm like, what are you talking about? Not realizing the severity of the situation. I'm 21, at the time. Like, I don't, I've never dealt with anything like that in my life. So, but then shit gets real. She's like, "Did you have any interaction with this student?" And I was like, so everything going through my head is like, oh, this shit real.
Right.
So, and mind you, I'll talk to all of the stuff that could have happened after I finished telling the story. But I was like, "Dr. Wiggins, I didn't, goddamn. I was like, you know who I am as a person. And not that you don't believe in me type of stuff, but you know that I wouldn't do anything like that." So she was like, "Okay." Called the girl in. Girl comes in. Dr. Wiggins asked her, "What, why, like, are you saying that something happened between you two?" I'm summing it up, but she's like, "Did something happen between you two?" She's like, "No." She's like, "Well, why is everyone saying that something happened between you two?" She's like, "Well, I told them that something happened, but nothing happened."
Right.
She's like, "Well, why would you say something like that as far as that happening?" And mind you, I go from my energy from I don't know what's going on to what the fuck is going on.
Right.
I'm literally trying to figure it out in the middle. Like everything is going through my head. I'm like, I've never been in a scenario like that made me so uncomfortable. And like, that's literally the one, like, whether it was catching a liquor charge or going to, like, literally, like, that was the worst scenario in my life that I've ever dealt with. And she was like, well, I made it up. She literally said, I made it up. That never happened. And mind you, this was literally a scenario of my interaction with her. It wasn't even, she even came into the room. She knocked on the door, said, is Anissa here? And I said, no. And she left.
Right.
So she ended up getting kicked out of the program. I was good.
Right.
But when I went back to the program and all that stuff, I'm still in the program, but when I went back to, managing the rest of the kids and stuff like that throughout the program, it made me really pay attention to, the people that are, not to say that support you, but they were really like, not say one-sided, but they literally was like, Sean is on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was within 24 hours, like, the perception of Sean was shit.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting up here like, but nobody's telling me.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't even know what's wrong. And I'm being called out for something. And I ain't even do nothing. And I don't even know. Like, it's literally a situation of, if me breaking the law was me being in her room watching Friday, then it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever want to be accused of something that, and this is why I say I identify within your scenario of someone saying that you did something. You like, yo, I just dropped him off to take a motherfucking shower. The nigga was stinking and shit. Like, he's 220. And it's like,
went back to where my mom was. Like, how? First of all, how they even had a time to take a shower with him when I dropped him off and came back? It's like, and then I have kids, so I felt this. I feel as though that my grandmother's words was dangerous to me. She didn't like my lifestyle. She didn't like my lifestyle.
So I want to delve into that too.
But you know what? Now to this day, like, I'm gonna tell you this: my ex-wife, my kid's mom, we bought our first new home, right? Brand new grass. If y'all ever live in a new home,
I would like some brand new grass. I can't afford
no brand new.
I can't afford no brand new. They got brand new grass next door and shit, and I'm like, fuck y'all niggas.
So they put the sod down. So right directly across the street from my home was the elementary school.
Okay.
A lot of parking, which on Sunday during the baby shower, the school is closed. So everybody can park across the street. So I said, no, everybody park across the street at, the school and walk across. My ex-wife and I was too busy hosting because it was our baby shower. You know how that goes. And so as I was hosting, my grandmother was telling them, they were like, y'all can park in this grass. It's just grass. She's telling them the way they can park, right? So when I was like, why are y'all parked in my grass?
Oh, no, you don't park in my... And I just got this grass?
Yes. So she was like, it's just... She was like, it's just grass. I put her out. My mom got mad. I put her out. My uncle got mad. I put all them out. So they said, I don't show any hospitality. My point is, my cousins always say that you're disrespectful to grandmother. No, I'm not. Y'all allow her to be toxic. Y'all allow her to be nasty. Y'all, because there's been family reunions when she see y'all, because a lot of my family, they're larger size. So they be like, that's what's wrong with y'all, big 8'9". Y'all eating all that food. See, y'all allow her to be toxic. And we're not going to say that because of her age. We give her a pass because that's not love. That's not the love. That's not love of Jesus. And I don't mean to get religious, but that's not the love of Jesus. No, she does not get a pass.
Look,
she was wrong.
Look, I had a problem with my mom, and I told her this. this is my mom. Cause my mom she considers her she's the matriarch because she's the oldest now. That's outside of the Macmillan family, right?
Right.
You know, we took her to Vegas for her, might have been her 70th or 72nd. I can't remember. She's 74 now. I feel like it was her 72nd. But anyway, we took her out there. And, you know, I was like, okay, well, we're going to make sure you have a card. I was like, we gave her $1,000 worth of gambling. Right. All this stuff. Like, she likes to go to the casino. And within that, we ended up, now, mind you, this shit pisses me the fuck off. So we get there Thursday. We give her $1,000. Like, okay, you go and gamble, do whatever you want.
Do your thing.
She lost the motherfucking $1,000 that night.
She lost it all in gambling.
Yeah.
Oh no. See.
Listen, bro. So at that point in time, it was funny too. She asked me. She was talking to me, and I empathize with people. But I don't sympathize with people at all. Right? So I say that to say that we gave you $1,000. She came to me. She's like, "Oh, I lost that last night." And I was like, "Well, shit." I was like, "Hey, you got to figure it out until Tuesday." I ain't giving you no
right.
Yeah, we gave you $1,000. Look, we gave you $1,000. I rented you a cart because she was talking about it's gonna be hard for me to get around. Da da da. We rented you a cart to get around.
Right.
Motherfucking Vegas. But so fast forward, we taking out the dinner and stuff like that. We have a birthday dinner for, and my nephew, who I love dearly. My nephew Deontay Collins, because he's so chill,
right?
And like he does what he can, and like he had said something. It was funny too. He had said something to her. It was like a joke,
right?
At dinner, and she fucking threw a drink on him.
No, what did he say?
It was a joke about the food. It wasn't nothing about about
gambling and all.
Yeah, it was something that was so lighthearted, and she had no response to him, so she threw a drink on him, and that shit hurt my heart because like I said,
oh man,
I have a good relationship with all of my nieces and nephews. Like, man, I had custody of one of them, and I tried to like I told you, I was always trying to figure out things financially.
Right.
I give them the advice or whatever, but at the same time, you don't do that to people. Like, it didn't even have to be like a nephew. Like, you don't throw a drink on nobody, and he's out here based off of you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt my fucking heart for somebody to do something. I want to say egregious, but
it's egregious.
We're out here for you. That's how I look at it. We're like, we could have been in other places in the world, but we're here with you.
Correct.
And we don't have, like I said, I tell people all the time, like, I'm doing I'm doing my 30-year reunion from high school and shit like that. Like, and there's somebody that I'm dealing with that recently was like, whoa, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, yo, you are responsible for doing it. You said you was going to do it, so do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like little things like that. Like, I'm like, yo, I didn't ask to be a part of this 30-year reunion. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying the parts of being within it, and I want to see the people that I graduated from high school, blah, blah, blah. But I'm okay with just going to go see mom. Like I said, I don't have any gripes with my mom. My mom pissed me off with that shit. And she pissed me off with just money in general, but in food stamps. But I ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna go there. But that might get us incriminated. But all that being said, like you gotta be kind as a person. Like, if you can give, give what you can.
Right.
Like, I'm not telling you that. It's so many people in your life that if I can manage 50 to 100 people in my life, I would. But I'm at a point now in life where I'm trying to manage 5, 10. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
It's just always interesting to me, like with family, like it's always like, well, it's blood. It's like it's becoming less blood, and the people that you're building around you, whether they're, I mean, I have some great friends,
correct.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well,
and I deem those great friends like my brothers and sisters
versus
my own family.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
No, and that's important because you have to. Like you build relationships, and a lot of people don't understand that when you take yourself out of the equation, like I'm like, well, somebody else is going to fill that void, you know. So it's just always unique. So like, like for me, like me asking you a direct question, like how does it, like with your lifestyle, how is it? Okay. I don't know if there's this particular timeline you can say it is or it's not.
You can ask the question.
No. What I'm saying is like when I say like a timeline, when do you feel like? So it's a 2-part question. When do you feel like people's feelings have changed towards you? And then also, how have those feelings changed? Like from you being receptive to, or people seeing your lifestyle change, because it could be difficult, not difficult, but it doesn't have to be, because I feel like life is easy, right? You accept people for who they are, but I mean, because you mentioned your grandma, right? When you say your grandma didn't care for your lifestyle. Right. So when do you feel like those changes occurred, and then how did they occur? Like, I mean, you said one example with your grandma, you said like, you know, with the cousin thing, you know, that makes it, it's like, damn, like shit, like why are you even saying these things where they're not even like, I'm sorry, nephew, I'm sorry, not cousin. When you're saying these things that didn't even occur and you're not even a part of the experience or what happened.
Well, first and foremost, let's say this. My grandmother was dealing with trauma that she didn't know that she had trauma. They didn't know about counseling and therapists and psychiatrists. They didn't know about any of that.
Oh, they're not doing it.
They're not doing it.
I tried to get my mom to do that. Right. She's not doing it.
So therefore, she was dealing with divorcing my grandfather. So that's a whole long story that I'm not going to get into. Anyways, I got to the point where it was this. My ex-wife, she knew the dynamic of what I was going through. I told her about guys or whatever, and her and I were best friends. And we gradually grew to marriage, loving each other, marriage, dating, all that good stuff. But once my kids were born and my kids understood, my daughter, my son understood my life, my mom, excuse me, y'all. Once my mom knew, my kids knew, and they didn't care, I didn't care who else knew. I was free. I was not going to walk in bondage. This is the issue. This is a topic for another conversation about the DL and the down. Once I was free, I don't care if you, your mammy, your grandpappy, your papa, me, mom, I didn't care who knew, because my kids and my mom was cool with it. They loved me for me. I was good. I don't care who know.
See, now that
I'm free.
Like, I don't want to stop you on that, but like, I feel like people aren't willing to let you be who you, like when you said, outside of, you know, your immediate family or within your circle. It's always a difficult thing for people to accept who you are. But at the same time, like me personally, like I'm speaking, I can't speak totally for you. I mean, you said what you said, but I'm gonna speak for me. I learned in life that everybody isn't going to like what I do.
Correct.
Whether I'm heterosexual, whether I'm homosexual, whether I'm transgendered, whether I'm any of these things, it's always going to be a 50-50 role.
So allow me to say this, because I'm on the top of what you're saying. Let me say this. At the end of the day, rather my mom accepted my lifestyle or not, I'm not mad with her because if she did not accept it, I'm not mad with her.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'm not going to force my lifestyle on my mom. I'm not.
But you're not forcing it on her, though. You are being who you are.
Right, but let me be. All I'm saying is she grew up in a different generation. That's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying.
Fuck them niggas.
So no, listen. Hear what I'm saying though. I get what you're saying though. Okay. Hear what I'm saying. Because and I'm saying this for the ones that think or they cannot say that to their parents or whatever. You're right. What you're saying.
Yeah.
However, my mom didn't grow up in that generation, so me telling her what I am, whether she like it or not, I didn't care. And guess what? I don't expect her to accept it. Now, she can be like, I don't accept your lifestyle. That's fine. So I'm gonna give you an example. If my mom
hold on. Before you give me an example.
Go ahead.
If she doesn't accept you, and she doesn't does that mean that she doesn't accept the grandkids as well? And
no.
Yeah, and that's why I'm
that's
going.
Not true.
No. What I'm saying is I'm not saying that she doesn't. She doesn't. But what I'm saying is you can't negate me,
right?
And negate everything that comes with me. Like everything that comes with me are me, my ex-wife at this point in time, my kids. So it's well, why? It takes so much energy to not accept something than to just let it be what it is.
So I will say this: my mom accepts me. Let's just make that clear. My mom accepts me. She loves me. I have 3 sisters, and I'm the only boy. And I'm gonna get into that 3 sisters on board. I'm gonna break down that dynamic.
Okay.
So my mom, she was like, all right, cool. You're my son, and I love you with everything in me.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what? With my mom accepting me, and then me having kids, and she knew what I don't care what no one thinks.
Mm-hmm.
But let me clear up this dynamic with these heterosexual men and women. I want y'all to hear me clear. I had 3 sisters. Remember, my mom has 3 girls. I'm the only boy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feminine because I was raised with all sisters.
Yeah.
Well, I have sisters.
Yeah.
However, I was also molested, and I'm trying to go in no deep hole about this, but I'm just giving y'all surface conversation. I was molested by 3 of my heterosexual uncles from the age 5 to 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Let that picture set in your mind. So therefore, being molested by them, I was uncomfortable with men, period.
Mm-hmm.
PE, as I got in my adult stage, I didn't want to say, everybody like, you always send me over around the guys, because I didn't feel safe around men. I did not feel safe around men because I was touched by men.
Mm-hmm.
Women didn't do that to me. Men done it to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, coming to fruition and to see the green stain of things are okay, these men have gone on, married women, they got wives or what have you, but you want to call me the punk, the faggot, the gay, but you molested me. You got a whole wife. Let's not play this game.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is why I have an issue with the down low community. And if y'all hear me, the DL community, I have an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because we want to play this, we're going to put this facade out there. Oh, no, I don't do this. I ain't doing that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But in actuality, you did do it. Mm-hmm. You've done it. And so it's difficult sometimes to talk about, because this is what's going to hurt a lot of folk. They're not, a lot of men, they're not ready for this. You did touch that individual. Mm-hmm. You did do the act. Mm-hmm. Yes, you did. Now, whatever it was that you figuring it out yourself, or you going through whatever that looked like, but it still allowed trauma to that other individual. Like myself, I was 5 and 9 years old. I should have never known anything about sex at that age. Mm-hmm. Let's be clear. And so when people what do you choose? This is why I still don't mind being with a woman, because it's not like I woke up like I want to be gay. No, that was forced on me. Mm-hmm. And we'll have another conversation if I go into detail about that whole thing as to why I deal with guys, and that's another conversation. But I mean, everyone, we all have our trauma. Things happen to all of us.
Yeah.
And so if I'm opening, honest about it, just I've dealt with it, and I was dealing with that, and I dealt with that. Let me say that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of backed away from, family, and I'm like I'm hard on my kids. No, you can't spend a night at certain uncles and aunties' house. You can't. Yeah. And unbeknownst to them, that may not have been fair, but I was dealing in my trauma as to why I did not want them to spend a night with certain family members, what have you. So it was difficult for me, for my kids. And to this day, like, they're older, and it's like, let me put this disclaimer out there. Let me say this, because I know this is out there. I do not believe that every straight man mess around. I do not believe that. I don't think that I don't, because they don't. There's some real solid men out there that's like, you know what? I'm for you, irregardless of your lifestyle, what you've been through, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm there for you. But then there is those that vacillate back and forth, play the role. And I've seen it in action, and we ain't going into details, but I'm just saying, like, it happens. So as it pertains to our community, the Black community, et cetera, it's like, it's conflicting messages that we get. Like, I mean, to the point that you may not believe what I'm saying. I may not believe what you're saying. You may say, like, no, straight men don't do this, yada, 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 yada. I may say they may do this, yada, yada, yada. You be like, no, I don't believe that. Again,
but I'm totally, like, and not to disrupt what you're saying.
Go ahead.
Like, I am, and this is why when we were talking, like, even last week when we were talking, I was like, I really like what you're saying, and I like our dialogue. I like I really felt like it was kismet, like it was meant to be. As far as the conversation that we're having, is because, like you said, I mean, everything isn't absolute,
correct?
Right? And when we say it's not absolute, that means, like, everything doesn't have to be a certain way. And the sad part about that is, the trauma that you've dealt with. Trauma I've dealt with, like, I mean, I have situations. I mean, I can go into details about that as well. Like, and it's like being touched and things like that. Like, right. And you think that, these are things that we shouldn't talk about, but these are the things that we should open up about and let people know that, not that I'm necessarily looking for an apology, but I just want to voice my story. I just want people to know that, they're not out there isolated by themselves. Like, and like I said, from the conversation from me to you, like, it's like, I like the interaction of, it isn't about necessarily about I like the dynamic about learning more about the hetero, the hetero, like, I'm heterosexual, but hearing about, more of the LGBTQ or homosexual community and learning about those things and voicing, like, well, what happened? I mean, not what happened, but what's going on, or not what's going on, but, like, how were you impacted? Where were the changes? How are you dealing with the family things? Like, how do you deal with people that are closed-minded, that can't grasp, who you are as a person?
I'm going to say this. We all could be closed-minded in some sort of way. Let me say that. And so I'm going to piggyback off T.S. Madison. A lot of folk kind of came for her.
Oh, you babysitting this shit.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Mine is lower than yours.
Well, remember, I was drinking faster than him, but... But I'm going to check out T.S. Madison. When we first, you got to remember, some of us are in a different type of generation, etc. So what I mean by that is, like me, I'm born in the 80s. Yes, I'm 45 years old. I look good. Thank you. Hallelujah. But to her point, I don't understand the pronouns. Like, when you asked me earlier, what should you name me as? I'm Sydney. I don't know about that. He, him, she. let me tell you something. In our day, in the 80s, all we knew is bull dagger, sissy. That's how we was raised. Like, I don't know all that pronoun, he, him, she,
them.
They. Yeah. I don't mean no disrespect to anybody, but I was raised at a different generation. I don't understand it. And T.S. Madison was trying to explain that to folk, and they was attacking her. You did now. I don't know. Listen, I'm Sydney.
Listen, one thing I would never punish somebody for is not knowing. Like, that's the beauty. Like me having a conversation with you, I'm still learning about you. You know, so if I am like offensive in any way, I'm not intentionally doing it because I'm learning. So, correct. And the same thing for me. Like if you say something that could be potentially offensive to me, like I wouldn't take offense to it because
I expect
you are you.
But I expect you to correct me. Like, well, no, this is what it is,
and that's fine. That's the beauty of life. Right. Like a lot of people are afraid to do that, where like they don't have the comfortable space to say, "Hey, look, I don't know all the goddamn alphabet letters and shit." Like, and you may not know. I mean, but
hell, I'm in a community and I don't know all of. I grew up in a different genre, a different. But now
this is now you have to be cautious of that because I mean we had talked about like with your mom not being in the same generation, but I would say that my mom has. I mean, because I have a niece that's. So I got a story about her too, but I got a niece that she identifies as I don't want to say what she identifies because she is who she is. I know,
but what does she identify?
I know that she's with a woman.
Okay, so she identifies as because I'm trying to. That's gonna help me understand. Like
no. So I don't want to say what she identifies as. No, because I can't speak for her. But I will say that there was a scenario with me. Well, it didn't directly involve me, but I was there. Mm-hmm. But like where me, my sister, we're all about to take family pictures and stuff like that, and she tells my great niece, she's like, "Oh, you got to call me daddy." And my sister was like, "Why she got to call you daddy? You a woman." Da da da. So we're trying to figure like I'm. Like this is live action, and I'm just like, I wasn't engaged in it, but I was seeing where it was going.
So let me ask you this. See, always identify as. See, let's we're not gonna get into semantics. Let's be.
I can identify as a deer.
No, listen. so okay, good. I'm glad you said it. You can identify as a deer. Let me ask you a question. So again, right now. While you and I are recording this podcast or having this conversation we're having, if I identify as a woman, does that mean you're gonna screw me? If I identify as a cis woman, are you gonna screw me? Because we talk about identity.
Yeah.
So, because you talking about something, if I identify, I say I'm a cis woman. Okay, what's up? I'm gonna do something with you. What's that feedback? I want to hear it because we keep talking about identity. Like
no, and that's what it. But the tricky part, like it's so.
No. Answer the question because people.
No, I said no.
Okay,
but what I'm saying is, it's like that whole identity and stuff like that. It's a tricky thing because. Like I can identify as
it's not tricky. To me, it's not tricky. Let me tell you why it's not tricky.
No, it's tricky because I'll let you say it, but it's tricky because it's like you don't want to negate what somebody is trying to be, but at the same time, it's like things are clearly defined. We don't need you redefining it. So if you tell my great niece that you are daddy, like daddy is meant, it's assigned to male, like, and that's what it is. Like it's not assigned to any part of the woman like features. So when she was saying it, I was like, okay. I was like, I'm not going to. I want to see where this conversation goes because it's literally going back and forth between my older sister and my younger niece. That and I was like, I just wanted to see where she was going to go with it, and then I was going to intervene when it got to that.
And I hear you. So we gonna say this again. I hear you, but for the audience, go ahead and take a sip.
Yeah, I gotta take a sip for this.
Okay.
For
the audience. What I'm saying to you is, I get what you're saying, because we're talking about identity and what we identify as.
Mm-hmm.
If I identify, because as you know, everybody can identify as whatever he wants. So again, if I identify as a cis woman, hear the word. If I identify as a cis woman, does that mean you're gonna sleep with me? And when you said no, my point is, you said no, I'll be like, well, why? I identify as a cis woman because we are accepting to everybody else identifying to whatever it is, but to appease them. And I get it.
I'm tired of appeasement.
I'm a heterosexual man. I get it. But I'm not, even in my own community, I'm not trying to appease everything because no. Now, I will say this. We didn't talk about it. As it comes to bathrooms. If a woman like a woman, she's passable, I think she should use the woman's bathroom because I don't think for one reason a cis man, seeing a woman with breasts and all that at the toilet.
Look, I got a story about that one.
Look, but as a cis man, seeing a woman with breasts that's beautiful, gorgeous, but she had to stop. You will have an issue like, why are you in the men's bathroom? But see, that's where the conflict come in at.
But listen, I will go. Look, if I gotta pee. And I'm at, and I've done this before. I'm at a women's restroom. I'm like, oh, not that I do. I identify as a woman today
because I'm going to use the bathroom.
Because I gotta pee.
Correct.
So right. I am going to go use that stall just to get in the bathroom and get out because I gotta pee. Like it ain't even gotta be no like I'm trying to see some pussy in the motherfucking bathroom. Like, I don't give a shit.
But again, a woman would get offended to see that you're in there. And she will make a big deal that, oh, this man is in the women's bathroom and make a big deal. Like,
yeah.
Why would you put yourself through that?
But the thing is, they can make that assumption, but just because of who I am as a person, even if I can identify as what I want to identify as.
Correct.
So if you got a problem with that, deal with it. Because this is the world that we've created. Correct. We created the world to be able to be identified in anything that we want. I feel like, shit, I don't care what bathroom you use. Like, just go pee your shit or whatever you got to do. Mm-hmm. Like, I care less if you're a man or a woman in any type of restroom or whatever. I don't think the restrooms have to be separated in general. I don't think the restrooms have to be man, woman, or transgender.
However, you didn't answer my question, though.
What's that?
I said, if I identify as a cis
I already
woman,
said no.
Okay, you said okay. All right. I want to make sure.
No, yeah.
So the audience will know that you said.
I mean, you're a cool ass nigga, and like I like the way you look.
No,
but
I just want to.
What I'm saying, but what I'm saying is, what you identify as versus what I see,
right,
are two totally different things.
So when we start talking about identity, we got to kind of like, okay, I hear you, but I see you as you are. Like this is what you are.
Yeah,
and see. I'm sorry, y'all, for my community as a homosexual man. If me, I don't know if I can say this or it's gonna be censored.
Shit. I don't give a shit.
Okay. He can edit it. If I got a dick, I'm going to the men's bathroom. I don't care. I got a dick.
Let the dick out. Shit.
No matter how feminine I am or whatever, if I got a dick, I'm let it. Period. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting offended with folks saying. I could be, babe, I got a dick. I'm going to use the bathroom anywhere. I don't care about all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna let out in this
hold on, but let me say, that's just me being old school. Don't y'all come in the comments and all that and don't attack him. That's just me being old. That's me being old school. But I got a dick. I'm a man. Irregardless of how I look, I'm a man. I got kids. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. I'm not telling folks I was born with it. If you say you're born with it, that's on you. You was born with it. That wasn't my story. Mm-hmm. All of us have different stories, different perspective, how we can. Mine's, I had kids. I was dating guys before her. I had kids. I enjoyed every moment of it. And at the end of the day, listen, it is what it is. But I am a man. I have a dick. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I should.
I like. I mean, I want to say I like the fact that you have a dick, but do it. I like the fact that you are who you are. So last topic. So I like you mentioned that you have kids and stuff like that. How has that impacted your lifestyle versus, because this is my thing, right? I think everybody, I don't want to say chooses, but I think everybody has a lifestyle that they lead, right? So I feel like yours is a isolated scenario that everybody that, I mean, I'll just speak for your scenario. I can't speak for your situation directly, but I'll say high level. You are a homosexual man that has children from a previous marriage.
Which had to be a woman.
Right. So how has that impacted your lifestyle? You know, because I know you had mentioned before, or the before and after. So, because I know that like I said, I don't want to speak.
No, say what you want to say.
But
because I'm gonna answer.
Like, I would think that your scenario is an anomaly, right?
Okay.
Where not too many have been married. I think you said 6 years. Been married for a period of time, have had children, etc. So how has that impacted your relationships currently with trying to figure out how you're going to move forward? I want to like how are you going to get married? I don't want to even go into that, but how has that impacted your lifestyle?
I will say this: we'll get to the all marriage and all stuff back another day. That's another podcast.
Yeah, I got you next week. We're gonna do it.
Anyways, I will say this. Mm-hmm. We
hold on a second. Why are you drink? Oh,
no, I'm not, baby. I'm about to. But as it pertains to, and I don't want to speak for everyone. Let me say that, but I'll speak myself. A lot of us, we know what we want. Go ahead and pour it. Don't be a stranger. Yeah. We know what we want. So, me personally, so I'm gonna do this so I can answer this.
Listen, answer in the best way. Like,
ask me the question again. I want to make sure I'm clear. That's what you're saying. That's all I'm saying. Ask me the question again.
So I'm saying from the perspective of, I mean, you have you have two children from a previous marriage, and I'm pretty sure, I can't speak directly to it, but I'm pretty sure that, I wanted to put a number on it, but out of the people that you're interacting with or engaging with, I wouldn't think that they're, at least, I would say, if I put a number on it, I would say 90 to 95% have the situation that you have. So what I'm saying is, like, how is your engagement with people moving forward where they may not fully comprehend, like, your scenario or your situation? Because, like I said, your situation is like, it's it's very what's the word? It's not normal.
Correct.
Where someone would have a previous relationship, married, children, all that stuff. So
let me say this to help y'all understand.
Okay.
First and foremost, my ex-wife, me hiring her and my team, I'm gonna say that. I'm not going into details. Okay. She already knew what it was. Yeah. She's not stupid. She had a best friend that was like me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And guess what? She saw me, and as beautiful as she was, all the men out of the 2,000 people I was hiring, they was looking at her, and she chose me. So with that, she loved my camaraderie. She loved my energy. She loved the person I was. And that I didn't hide anything from her. I told her I dated guys.
Yeah.
This was not a secret.
Okay.
But I would say, it was like a mutual type of connection. It was a mutual.
She had an understanding.
She had an understanding. I had an understanding.
Okay.
She knew that I dated guys. So let me be clear. She knew that I dated guys. So I don't want anybody to come in the comments. Oh, I'm just saying to say nothing. She knew I like guys. Mm-hmm. She knew what I'd done, etc. And so when her and I got together, because I don't know if y'all remember in the beginning, I was saying if I'm going to do a threesome, I'm going to do it with 2 guys and a woman. I'm not going to do it with 3 men. I still like women.
Yeah.
I like the smell of women. I like the touch of women. I like the softness of women. Mm-hmm. Let me say that. And so I'm okay. I'm comfortable with myself to explore different sexual, like you said, fluency.
Yeah, fluid. Yeah.
And so she knew that. It was a good thing until we went through divorce. And that was her way. Now, mind you, let's be clear. She committed adultery 3 times and had a baby. So my kids have a brother under them. My son is 17. They have a brother that's like 15. However, she was able to use that as an excuse, like he messed around because he liked men. She was able to attack me.
Yeah.
So everyone thought, oh, they divorced because he messed with men. That's not true. She committed adultery.
But that's the bullshit, though.
That's the BS. Right.
That's the bullshit because, one thing that I felt like you told me, and like I said, this is your story, and this is our story. So, like, one thing that you told, like you said within this, is that she knew.
She knew.
So
my elder sister can tell you that she knew. This was her and I were best friends. Mm-hmm. She went. Listen. Back in the day, we talk about 22 years ago. I used to do female impersonation, drag. She came to my shows. She knew. Yeah. It was no secret.
Yeah.
And this is why I get with these. It was no secret. I don't lie. I'm not. This is why I said when it comes to straight men, I don't mean I want you. I don't lie. I don't want you. You're not my preference. You're not my type, etc. So she knew. Mm-hmm. But however, she was able to turn it around so everybody can have that sympathy, or she could play victim to say he liked guys. So everybody was like, oh, he was messing with guys. That's how she played that. Mm-hmm. But it backfired in her face.
Yeah. I really hate when people let people be who they are. Like, I respect that she she saw you for who you are, but to turn it against you throughout the divorce stuff is like crazy.
It's almost like this. You and I doing this podcast, we've already put out there that you're heterosexual, I'm homosexual. We already put that out there. Mm-hmm. It's out there.
Yeah.
So we at Piedmont Park one day. I see you and I embrace you. What you doing? And they were like, oh, he messing with some. Y'all already know. He know y'all know. We like y'all already know the dynamic.
They ain't paying attention though.
But y'all understand. We've already put that dynamic out there. Like it's out. No, that's my boy.
Yeah.
That's the perception. They believe what they want to believe.
Fuck the perception though.
Yeah, but it happens. People believe what
no, it's terrible.
It's
I never say like I look at it like I like relationships, right? And I look at it like me and you, like I said.
Oh, hold it before you say that. Let me say
okay.
Let me tell you because this is recent to you.
Okay. I like it.
So let me tell the audience look how I met him. Mm-hmm. Let me tell the audience.
Go ahead.
All right. So there was House in the Park in Grant Park. Most of you know House in the Park goes down either Piedmont Park or Grant Park. So we know this. Mm-hmm. I met him and his homeboy in Grant Park, and I was just having conversation. That's it. Mm-hmm. And I met them because look, honestly, I was looking.
It wasn't full conversation.
No, look. I would look.
And this nigga was like, look, where?
I was looking for some liquor.
He was like, where's the liquor at?
Right.
And I was
like, liquor.
and I told him, I was like, yo, you could have like, this is like, I was like, yo, I got liquor.
Right. I was looking for liquor, y'all. I'm just letting y'all.
I was like, yo, if you want to come over here, like,
that's it.
Like, I got a whole ass cooler that I brought with me.
And him and his boy, they showed me a good time with liquor. Listen, I was looking for liquor to his point. I was looking for liquor. Let's be clear. Liquor. I wanted to get turned up. So they showed me, they gave me some liquor, and I had that dialogue with them, and it just went from there.
Yeah.
So, but I'll say this. He was receptive, but his homeboy wasn't as receptive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But he cool. His homeboy cool. He just wasn't as receptive as he was. So let me say that. You go ahead and talk.
Listen, I'm a people person, right? And I've never been of the ilk of like I never cared about sexuality, how you do things. I tell people, look, if you listen to the end of my podcast and stuff like that, I was like, yo, shit. If you fucking the pussy, sucking the dick, fucking the ass, like I never cared about like your sexuality. Like, yo, if I fuck with you, you're a cool ass person. That's all that matters to me. Like, I don't care about what you're doing in the bed. Like, that means nothing to me. If you come on, if we talk on the podcast, you be like, yo, da da da. Like, there's nothing that can be a part of our conversation.
Correct.
That I would be uncomfortable with.
Good.
If you tell me, hey, look, I want to talk about this, like, it doesn't even, like, cause we can have a pre-post conversation and you be like, yo, I want to talk about, like, okay, cool, let's talk about it. Right. Shit. I'm never going to mute you. And that's the beauty of like knowing who you deal with. Like I'll never suppress the conversation that we have.
And so he said a lot, and I'm talking to women right now. He said a lot about sexual and sucking dick and all that. I may need to teach some classes on that, but no, listen, I'm just playing, y'all. But I'm telling you, listen, that's what I mean. I'm just telling you, you need to call me if you need some classes. I got you. I'm gonna show you how to do it properly. Okay. Anyways, we having fun. Go ahead.
No, but look, you know what's funny about that? It's just like, yo. Life.
He don't know what to say.
No, I got it. Because I'm in on tequila with your
that we are.
But like, I just want to make sure that like there's no life is easy, and when I say that, is in heterosexual, homosexual. Whatever,
poly, trans, and all that stuff, bisexual, all that stuff. It's all them sexuals.
Listen, whatever community that you are a part of, I like the dialogue. I like the conversation.
Let me say this. This is a disclaimer, okay? Heterosexual men. Let me tell you this.
Okay.
Every homosexual, and I'm gonna say homosexual because that's what those are the terms he's using. Every homosexual man, we don't want you.
Shit.
We hold on.
I got a gay. I have a motherfucking homophobic friend that be like, yo, I'm like, bro.
So I'm saying, all you heterosexual men that's homophobic, I promise you, all of us don't want you. We have a preference. We just like you have a different look about the woman, whether she's busty, slim, big breast, big booty, nice. She's whatever that is, long hair, natural hair, fake hair, whatever that looks like to you. Mm-hmm. We are the same way as homosexual men. We don't want you because you straight. Because most of y'all, you can look at your teeth. You missing your teeth.
Oh
let me finish. And then talk about you. You missing your teeth. Your body odor is not on point. Your oral hygiene is awful. You don't make the money we make. You working at Walmart, and it's not to work with Walmart. But my point is,
they ain't
don't put yourself out that every gay male or homosexual male want you. It's not that serious because guess what? We have preferences ourselves.
Uh-huh.
We want a quality man, just like black women period want quality men.
Uh-huh.
I want to be treated well.
Yeah.
I want to know that we can build together. We can buy property. We can build businesses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I'm talking to the classic men because there's someone, and there's some men that just want to put men out because that's what they do. They thrive on that toxicity. Mm-hmm. All of us are not on that toxicity.
Okay,
I'm not trying. If we have something together, I'm not trying to put you out because I value us building together versus you putting you out. Then we don't have nothing. You mad at me? I'm mad at you. I put you out. Now we just toxic. No. I want to build with someone at the end of the day. Like, what can we do to enhance? And it's not always sexual. It's not.
Sid, listen, you brought up a great point. And the point is, like, you're not. A lot of people feel like when you're talking the different, like you said, homosexuality versus heterosexuality. Like a lot of people feel like it's all about the intimacy part.
Okay.
And it's not.
It's not.
Like it's about finding a person that makes sense for you. And whether you attract someone that's a male or female, they still have to be quality. Like you're not going to lower your quality of person that you want to be with just because of your sexuality.
Let me say this. I'm gonna break it down in layman's term. Let's live life and enjoy life. Because guess what? We got more days behind us than ahead of us. At our age.
Listen. There's a special. I don't know if you ever pay attention to Deion Cole. Deion Cole has a special. And he was talking about like, you only got 16 more summers.
Damn. That's it.
And I was like, damn, I only got 16 more summers. You know, so those things make me pay more attention to like, Sid. I like the conversation.
And a lot of y'all, but I'm saying a lot of y'all heterosexual men, you don't get that.
No, but what I'm telling you is I like our conversation.
Yeah.
And that's more important than anything.
Correct.
Like a lot of people don't pay attention to like paying attention to life in general. Like when I'm talking to you, right?
Right.
We've been talking almost 2 hours, right? Great conversation. We talked before today.
Mm-hmm.
We talked maybe a half hour, 45 minutes. We talked before this, maybe another, like just at the house in the park shit. We talked maybe 30 minutes.
Correct.
45 minutes. And these are the things that's like people have to understand. Like I want them to watch where we get to. So in the interest of time, we're gonna talk about the last topic that I feel like is way more important to talk about is that we talked about or we're jumping into the conversation of homophobia and how people have dealt with that with you within that time frame. And I'll say I know that I have a hard time with that topic only because like I think it's a topic that, you know, people don't realize that they're a part of, but that's the conversation. And I mean, I want to jump right into it and say it, but I would say for me, one of the homophobic topics was I remember one time I had a friend, or I still have a friend to this day, and he was telling me how, you know, he wouldn't go to a certain gym because of the gays or people that are a part of it. And that shit really blew my mind. And I was like, yo, they ain't trying to fuck you. What does it matter, like, who's at the gym? I never, whether the person is gay, straight, whatever, I never cared about the people that are surrounding me. And I feel like and it's interesting, right?
Mm-hmm. Listening.
The people, sometimes I feel like we are, as a people, when I say black people, is that we feel like we need to I don't know, man. Like I said, like from the gym perspective, I have to, like, I'm not aligning with none of you niggas that's like that means less to me. Like I am coinciding or trying to figure out my team. And if that team has to adjust, that's fine. But I'm not going to coincide with anybody that's on some fuck shit. So give a little bit of context before you jump in, Sid, is that, you know, I was told that if I go to this gym, then it mean nothing but gay people around me and I can't work out and all that stuff. I was like, yo, you can do whatever you want. So, but Sid, how do you feel about like scenarios that, you know, that
I mean, I don't get like, it's gay people. There's always going to be folk that's curious, bi-curious, that, you know, they don't understand. They want to see what it's about because there's a lot of going on in social media, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You can't say that because if that's, first of all, you can never speak against certain acts, certain fetishes, certain, like, you can't never speak when you have not experienced it. Mm-hmm. You need to experience it first to be able to have a conversation about it.
Okay.
That's about anything we do.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell me that blueberry pie is nasty when I haven't experienced it because I don't know. I have not ate blueberry pie, but you have ate it several times.
Okay.
So let me taste it first. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know what? Excuse me. This is my experience of blueberry pie. I don't know. You can't force that on me to know. You can't. It is what it is. And so when we make up these preconceived notions about people and what they do and what have you, but you have been exclusive in that. You've been involved in that. This is why I like folk that like see when you have indulged, when you have experience, just have a conversation about it, but don't lie. Don't lie. Have a conversation about it. Because you may say, I want to try it, but once you tried it, I didn't like this. And that's okay. You didn't like it. It's okay. We are all different. I don't like everything gay men do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I don't, but it's a difference.
Thank y'all for listening to the podcast.
All right.
Appreciate y'all.
It's been amazing.
For jumping in. And look, Sid, we got the next one. I appreciate y'all
coming up again.
Chiming in. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
And share.
That's right. Share it to everybody that you think that would find some learning experience between what we're talking about. And thank you all. Peace out. Talk to you soon.
All right, later.